Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our Let's Play of Krastorio 2, where in the last episode just got a bit of our equipment mall up and running, and a few other things, and we started to notice that our base is starting to lack some of the basic things. Mostly petroleum, which goes into advanced circuits and things further down the line. So in today's episode, I kind of want to start out looking at our oil and then going into some other things as we go along. So firstly, if we look at our oil production, this is not keeping up, but the one we have over here is still pulling a surplus. So we do have enough oil flowing in at least. That means that one of the issues we have, other than this cell not really working anymore because we're moving everything by robots, is that our cracking of light oil just can't really keep up, mostly because of the output from this one. So I kind of want to do two things. One, I want to optimize this cell a bit. And if you look at light oil, I think we might be able to get it into our advanced chemical plants and get a way better setup for cracking things. We could also just improve this, but maybe we should try and look at the advanced ones, since we are going into later parts of Krastorio 2. So advanced chemical plants, we are making them. That means we can request them. How many are we making? It is slowly getting done. Of course, it is missing processing units, but I think that'll be a good place to start at least, just to clear out some of all the light oil we have stored up, so we can get everything running at full speed. So why don't we just deconstruct this part? We might just get things out in barrels for now, so we don't waste the things we have here. So let's do this. Let's get all of this disconnected. This old setup that was working by just having the pipes move around. And let's get all of that into to some pipes instead, so we can disconnect this. And then we'll let this run of oil, and we'll put the rest of this into the network. Quite simply by taking this one and doing it, let's just say right here. I think I'll empty it out, and the heavy oil will probably do the same. But let's do this first. Let's just add a bit of speed to it to increase it a small amount, and then empty it out with an active provider chest. There we are. So that will empty this out and give us some room to improve. It means we can also remove this part, since that is part of the old base. Might have to look at this as well at some point, but for now at least, let's just get all of it deconstructed. I think that'll be fine. Away with you. Heavy oil. Away with you. Should be fine. We'll just have to remember to make it again at some point. Please remind me of that if I forget. Otherwise, our trains at some point will run out of fuel. And that would be quite bad. So away with you, and away with all of that part. This is empty, so it means we can remove that one as well. And just add the rest of this to the system, because we're not wasting fuel. We're not in the habit of doing that. So doing this should be able to get the rest out. And just get a speed to increase you a bit. There we are. That'll give us an entirely new cell where we can start to play with our new advanced chemical plants. And let's see how quick they are to do things. So 2 on the way. Maybe 1 for each. Maybe we'll do a ton of beacons around them, since we I was about to have unlimited power, and that is pretty much true. So away with you. Let's see here. Advanced chemical plant. How big is it? Oh, that is quite big. And that can process everything but oil. But at least it can do both of these cracking things. What if we do one of each for now? And maybe give them their own cell in the future. So one that cracks from heavy to light and one from light to petroleum. So we can dismantle some of the older setups we have. What if we then try to do a max beacon build? Because we want to get productivity in both of these. Just to maximize the inputs. And then we want to get beacons all the way around. And see how many we can fit in. So if beacon starts all the way at the corner. See, that won't reach. Maybe we can move it. Let's see, move it down one maybe. To here. 3, 4. Then we can do 5, and then we can probably do 1, 2, 4. We can do 5, and then we'll go directly into this one. Might have to skip it over 1. This will be somewhat of a setup that is probably a bit too tight. We'll probably have to get it out 1 more to have room for the pipes we need flowing. Can we fit it all in here? Probably not. We'll need 1 extra up here. We'll have to have 1 room in between. So what if we just do this and give 1 spot right here, moving it down 1. I'd like to copy it, please. There we are. To here, and should we do the same 1 up? Copy you to there instead. That can still reach. That can still reach. Or we can do something like this. I think that would be a good idea. We'll move everything over, so we'll probably do something like this. That'll still hit the corners. That means that each of these will have to hit the corners as well. Here and there. And then we'll do 1 and 1 in between. Doesn't that look somewhat symmetrical and easy to expand? What if we do that as a setup? That looks quite good. Do we need to move anything around to get the in and outputs to fit, or can we just drag that from 1 corner? I think we can do that. So let's try this. Please copy you down here. It means we'll have room for those 2. And let's see if we can find somewhere in the middle to put it. Or we can put it all the way down and shift it around to having the input outputs at the top. So what if we do this one? Probably able to fit in 4. Right here. Then we'll get this moved over into the middle to make it look somewhat good at least. I think this is as close to the middle as we can get. Maybe getting it to the corner. So we can have the input at the top, going down the left side, and then the output over to the right. What if we try that? No idea how good this will be when it's running, but I think it's going to be fun to see. So we can do 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. Oh, actually, we can skip the middle one, to be honest. And do we have room for double pipes over here? We do. So that means... Oh, wait, so we can go down each side. What if you jump in here and continue down this way? To here. Is that where we can have 2 in? We can have water in. And I think that will work. Let's see how much water do you consume. Only 30 every 2 seconds, so it might be enough for 1 of them. Do we have 4 in storage? Yeah, we have enough for all of them. So let's do this. As our setup. That will be heavy oil. This will be light. Not sure about the ratio though, but this is what we're going to try and do. To see how this can work. I think it's going to be somewhat fast. Then we'll have this one going over here with the water. And you can go in this way. You can go in that way. This is going to look very good. And then we'll have inputs up here. Do we need more than one water? We can try with one first and see how it goes. Just for the fun of it, and then see how fast this is. It's at 3.2 seconds right now without anything in the beacons. And can we, let's remember the power as always, can we fit it in with, what if we just do double substations? So right there and right here. I know we'll probably do a bit too much power, but I think it'll look good. And probably skip both of them. Oh, so close that we can skip both of them. Let's just do this to make it look good. How does it look like this? That looks like somewhat of a pattern. Let's go with this. Power-wise, we'll probably have to give it a bit more at the top. But let's see here. Barrels in. So we'll need one right here. Maybe going up just a smidge. Then we'll do water right in the middle. So we'll have to do one here as well. We can just do water here and hope that can spread around as needed. So that means we can jump here. Oh wait, that's gonna be a bit of a problem with the water unless we do. Oh, it has to go one further. Actually, right here, I think. Then we'll just take this little part, put it over there. Connect up the water, and then we are almost ready for what we need to do. Water, water, water. You'll be heavy oil. Out. Ooh, I need a pump in between, don't I? Yeah, I'll need a pump in between, so we'll have to move it up just... Let's do it right there instead. Water will be fine, but I want to get the pumps in. Oh, let's just use these pumps. One. Wasp doesn't need one, and you'll need one. So you don't spend all of it at once. Need to move you a bit over to the side. Right there. And voila. Done. So you'll only work if we have less than heavy oil. That is less than, let's just say, 1,000. Less than 1,000, you'll work. Oh, wait, sorry. More than 1,000. You'll work if light oil is more, light oil barrels even, is more than 1,000. That way this won't work unless we have more than 1,000. That'll be good. This should go in. These are being built. That'll be fine as well as soon as we get productivity into them. Oh, sorry, speed into these. These will work. We'll then make you to be water out, or make you to light oil out. And do that. Let's do just jumpy. Not needed, but it looks good. That way, and that way. You'll be heavy oil out. You guys think this will... Wait, we need the output, of course. Yeah, we need an output. Probably just hook these up to this one, or get the output somewhere else. That's a bit annoying I did it this way. To hook it up. And let's see, we want to get it out here. So, kind of want to get them into barreling. So, can we do 2? We have to mix them up a bit. Let's try this. 1, 2. I'll do 1, 2, and 1. Let's try and get this out somewhere. Oh, look at that. It can reach. Perfect. You'll just have to go to here instead. Let's do the same right here. Might actually be better doing it like this then. And then you'll be to going right there. Is that easier to manage? Or will that be exactly the same? I'll be exactly the same, it doesn't matter. Here to here, and you can go out too. And connect up. Connect up, that goes out. And that one, that one, that one, that one. And let's hook these up. Also, then I'll just get everything into what's it called? Barrels, to be able to move it around as needed. Might be a bit overkill, but I think you'll look good. So you can go here and you can go right there. You'll take light oil, you'll take petroleum, then things will be good. Please barrel light oil. That should work easily. Please barrel petroleum. And hopefully all of this will work as soon as I remove our limitations on the setup. Of course, nothing is coming in at the moment since we're not buffering that much, or maybe this one is taking care of all of it as is. So we'll kind of deconstruct this one up here and see if this can keep up. Yeah, I think that is a somewhat good build. You go out. You are going out. You're going in. You're going in. Out, out, out. Let's give this a try and see how it looks. Please request that one, water and light oil. You'll start to work as soon as these start to get anything in. Will we ever get above 1000 at the moment? Probably not, since we have some of this limited to other things. Is that correct? Or is this just not producing enough? So we have to do a second oil cell. Yeah, these are just not keeping up, so we'll probably have to do a beacon build of these as well while we're at it, to make sure we don't have to worry about the fluids in the future. This one is outputting fast enough, one of these, but I want productivity and I want speed. That's fine for cracking. This will slowly get built. I very much want to deconstruct this just to get things flowing. But this will never fill up what we need. This will give us more. Let's try... Is it bad if I do this? Let's give it a try and see how badly we ruin this base at the moment if we do this. And then we'll hook up one of these with beacons instead, just to increase the throughput. Let's just take this part for now and put it somewhere up here. I think there might be fine. Also where it lines up down here. Let's try this, then we'll fit in some beacons. I think we'll be able to fit in on one side. So how many does this touch? Then we can actually not get them to work from down here. Just the way it is. We can do another row and then add in the next row of these. Because can we then just do this? Maybe if we take all of it, we'll be able to put in a second one right here. With some outputs at the bottom. Oh wait, that touches actually those in the middle. Actually makes... Oh, it doesn't touch the top. Yeah, 1, 2, and this one is completely unusable. But then we can take pretty much this part and just stick that on top of that one. To be honest, can we clear out this part as well? And that one. And steal this bottom part again. I think that should be lined up unless it's too close to the other one to fit in. Oh, that's why we have to move it over one to the right. Get it all to fit in. Oh well, we'll sort that ourselves. Luckily, that is not that hard to do. So please just take this part first. You'll fit there. You'll line everything up nicely and get all of it to work. That means we'll just have these two. You can be right on the side. How did I get that to line up before? Oh, it lines up right here. So I just need to remove... To be honest, just need to remove that one and that part. Wasn't that what's holding us back? To fit all of this in. Because that looks correct. Let's try that. That means we can give productivity to all of these. Might have to go increase the production of our beacons. But that should make that work. Let's just go up and increase our beacon production because that is severely lacking at the moment. Where is our beacons? That's going to be hard to find. It should be over here somewhere probably. And if you see the beacons, it should be something that's working at the moment. None there. Ah, they're there. Let's just give you a bit more speed and power. And here are some speed modules, please. Oh wait, we are lacking things for that one. That explains a lot. That's again, lack of petroleum. That's holding us back. Let's just activate some of these while we look at it. Just to get some of it working. Let's try this. Here, some speed. We'll have to get some power. That's pretty much just moving this up one. Is that going to touch all of them? It is. Same problem up here. That's going to touch all of these beacons. That's going to increase the speed of these quite significantly. This one that needs to be changed to increase the speed of you. You can go out a bit faster. And you'll also get some beacon power in a bit. So hopefully this can keep up with what it needs. There we go. Look at that speed. Love it. And then water, change you please. Let's give you the same treatment. That should produce quite a bit of petroleum among other things. We just need to hook things up a bit. That correct, and you need to switch. Why are you not going out into this one? Wait, what? Messing with me right now, barrels. Ah, there we go. There we are. That should mean that we can... It seems to be messing up quite a bit today. That's a bit sad. Then we'll see if we can consume everything we're producing at least. Let's see, most of them should be running as long as everything is hooked up. Yeah, look at that. Now we just need to get some more speed in them. And then we should be good. Might have to get a second one of these moved out. oil. Is this one working yet? That is a no. This one is not working either. It does have oil in. It does have light oil. But it's just because these are filling up. It is, and they're filling up before these activates because we set it to 1000. Let's just set you to 400 instead. And that should be less than one chest. You can go to 400 as well. There we are. That should be going into these. These start to work. Are they working fast enough? Probably not. Light all goes out into these. Then we just need to increase the speed of this one. Oh. There we are. And water. That's better. Now things are at least working, producing more petroleum. How much more? Probably not more than we used to. We had 18k at some point. This is going to increase now. Probably need to beacon it a bit before it's better than we had before. So, what if we just do this for now? These in between. That buffers both of them. Could be something good to handle. The water can't keep up anymore. That is good to know. Can we make it go fast enough by just doing this? Yeah, that feels like we're getting a lot more petroleum flowing through. Now we just need to increase how much. So that handles all of this now. It seems the limiting factor is pretty much just all of this. Wow, these are working. This might be overkill with this much. But right now it's looking quite good. We are using petroleum at an insane rate. Look at that. That's beautiful. Should be able to add a few more speed things in here and there. Especially as everywhere this touches too will be a good idea to do it. So let's check our petroleum production in just a second and how much this has increased. Now we should have more than enough light oil. Just look at this water. We'll have to increase how much it's requesting. Just go completely bananas, requesting all the water you can. Because that is most definitely going to be needed for you to keep up with this. Might even have to add in a second one. Just to fix it. But since it needs as much light, that should be a 1-to-1. And this one over here needs pretty much the same. So you should probably, when running at full speed, need 2 water. How's petroleum production looking? Oh, okay. That helped a bit. We'll probably go down a bit when we empty out our storage of light oil. This petroleum has finally increased enough for us to leave it alone. This one is not even running anymore because it's full of light oil. That's not going anywhere until all of this is consumed. Wow, that went very well. Right now we're just consuming light oil to petroleum. And I think our worries are solved for the foreseeable future. 46k. That's great. That's the last thing this episode. I think it will be good to just look at this production. Because we have enough sulfuric acid. It's pretty much just something we'll have to increase to increase our throughput on that one. Or that might actually be something we look at next episode, where we increase the production of all of this. one simple thing we can do right now is actually just doing from that one to that one. That will give us some just in the short run, but I want to improve it further going forward. Because it's definitely not good enough. But yeah, we'll need more. But since we can't add productivity oh wait, we might be able to add productivity as these. Yeah, we might want to do that in the future. Of course, we can't in these. Oh, or can we? Oh wait, we can put productivity in all of this. So firstly, let's just do this before we end. I completely forgot about that. Let's just give these productivity. So slow them down, but since we're not making enough advanced circuits anyway, that should help us out a lot. So next episode, we'll probably have a tiny look at this one after we got this very nice setup flowing here. That seems to be able to solve all of our oil problems. So now it's just circuits that's lacking together with empty barrels. I probably can't keep up with the increased speed we have at the moment and how many we store. So while I run up and put in a few speed beacons or speed modules in the barrel ones, please remember to hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. And if you didn't know, a few weeks ago I started to stream on Twitch, at least once in a while, mostly the community server at the moment. So please feel free to go over there and hit that follow button. It will mean a lot to me because I have a lot of things planned with Twitch in the future. A lot more viewer interaction and such. So for me to be able to do that, I will have to get to affiliate level, which we are slowly approaching at the time of this recording. So get you out, get some speed in. That is fine. So that out of the way. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.